This one is your confession. This was like age restricted. I ate my dog's poop. I dated my cousin. I ate someone. Okay, let's watch this one. Sure. By Degenerocity. Your confessions.
Greetings. I have returned. Last week I asked you guys to send me your wildest confessions. Confessions that y'all were planning on taking to your grave.
99% will be fake, but funny, I'm sure. I'm sure.
And I'm not gonna hold y'all. You guys delivered. But you guys delivered a little too well.
Who can make
and
the
as
most
of
fucked up
writing this,
story?
I've had more than 5,000 emails sent to me within the first 24 hours of me posting the video.
Wow.
I didn't know it was Mr. Popular. And these confessions are just one big mess, like a casting
I'm
couch.
sure it is.
Some of these confessions go from
What else, girls?
one big mess, like a casting couch.
That's fucking Kirsten.
Some of these confessions go from I farted in school to so I killed my mom. So yeah, these were all over the place. A lot of y'all also just undershared meeting the stories were like nothing, like they were basically normal life occurrences.
Which are probably the real one, right? Like 99% of the crazy story would be the fake one. I was reading something about that, like on Reddit recently, like some kind of you know, on Reddit there's a lot of subreddits specifically for people sharing stories, and it feels like 90% of the stories being shared are just people trying to like become a writer, right? Like so many of them are fake and have like this kind of common sign that are so obvious that it's more like writing per se. Yeah, I mean it's a very internet thing, right? Especially when you just send some anonymous comment, everybody is trying to like write a freaking book or something rather than share an actual story.
I trolled my friend on Roblox one time and I felt bad. Now, I know you most likely a kid that's typing this out, but that's not a confession. Did you also kidnap your friend? That's what I would want to know. And apologize to your friend. Some of y'all also send those long Stephen King novel length level of confessions. I ain't reading all that. And the few times I did read all that, most of the stories weren't even all that. So why did you write all that? And the other half of y'all overshared. I understand I told you to tell me things that you were planning on taking to your grave, but I wasn't ready. I was not ready for what you guys were about to send me. I underestimated myself. I underestimated you guys. Because most of the disgusting things y'all send me were about playing with your meat. A lot of things about poop and pee. I even saw a few brother-sister activities. I don't want to get too into them. You people need a lot more help than I expected. I mean, I knew there was going to be stuff about playing with meat, but the cousin stuff, that was out of left field, man. It's like y'all living in an anime. A bad one, but still, thank you so much to everyone that send one, even though some of y'all are terrible people. But if you love me, I love you. The love is mutual, but some of y'all need help. But without further ado, let's just start reading some. I'm gonna read some not so bad ones first, just so we can start in a, you know, a not so bad note, like a happy note. Let's start with this one titled Silly Little Secret. Anyways, at a sleepover at my friend's, one of my friends mysteriously had one of his glasses lenses come out. I accidentally stepped on it because it was dark at night and he put it on the floor. Ah, shucks. That honestly sucks for your friend, dude. Make sure to apologize to them. All right. That was a nice one. Like nothing. All right, next confession. Nutted on my grandma.
Okay. Well, fuck.
What in the fuck? Brother, when I was 14, I was doing my thing in my room, you know, wanking my as you do. And bro, it sucked. Like, I couldn't get my going. So I was just scrolling through my phone and I found a photo of this lady holding a dog.
Oh my God.
I didn't wank it to the dog. Thank you for clarifying that. I was getting worried. And didn't know who she was. And I was like, she's kind of fire. So like, I got my shit going in. Like a year later, I was flying to America to go to my grandma's funeral. And bro, I recognized her.
So it was like a photo of her when she was younger. Damn.
Used the same image I nutted on a year earlier, dude. I'm sorry, Grandma. I got hard during the speeches, though.
That's fucking weird.
Love your videos, by the way. Ah, thank you, man. Honestly, I could have forgiven you for most of it because, you know, you didn't know and you just found out. But that last part, bro, that was unwarranted, bro. You need help. Okay, this next one is titled, Do I Regret It? And the first word is yes. You know when you're in a weird crew of teenagers in high school? Well, I was. And we were playing Truth or Dare.
The freaking, like, edit is crazy. Like, the edit for context behind is pretty crazy. It's very over the top.
Poop off the floor. Wow. I hope those crew of teenagers are behind.
Why you paid, though? Like, I feel like anybody in school have had people who do stuff like that. You know, it's like, I'll give you $5 if you do this or this. There's always some people doing stuff like that. So, like, the eating poop is probably a classic. Yeah, I'll pay you $20 if you eat this shit. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that, but I feel like it's probably a classic. I remember like bugs, like a fucking snail or something like that. You know, people would do that. Usually it wouldn't be like I'll pay you money. It would be like I'd give you this at lunch or something. If it was a day with good lunch, people would do that.
Ours right now, because those are not your friends. What kind of friend would dare another friend to do something like that? You should have pooped on the floor and threw it at him. I hope you're doing better, dude. Okay, this next one is just titled
It's a
Confession.
jackass.
The confession is I like One Piece. Oh hell no!
Same.
Get this man out my sight! I don't want to see you ever trying to talk to me ever again. Man's trying to start a second pandemic with all those nasty diseases he's trying to spread. Just get out of here! Never come back. Okay, this next one is titled "Rip for My Nub." This happened when I was 7, when I was in my cousin's pool visiting for his birthday, and me and my older cousin were playing with the pool drain for the jets and shoving things in there. It got to the point where we were shoving body parts in the drain. Then my older cousin bet me some decent Pokemon cards to shove my thing in there. So yeah, my childish ass brain took the deal. In a few seconds, everything was well till I felt a crazy acute pain where a thing was supposed to be. And yeah, so most of my willy got sucked up, and now I have a little nub for it. So jump back to present day. My girlfriend wants to get dirty with me, and I don't know how to tell her about my tiny nub. Any advice? Also, my balls are still there, don't worry. You know what? I relate to the story. I mean, not to the no pee part, but like...
Okay, like this one, even if it's made up, there's a lot of stories like that. I mean, people have put their dick into literally everything. You know, like, you know, you don't even need like to read about it. I'm sure there's like some videos about it. You know, I've been on the internet a long time, and I've seen people put their dick into a lot of things. Yeah, like car exhaust and stuff like that. So I believe you. I believe this guy.
To the water jet thing. Every man has thought about doing that, no matter what age. Every man has thought about doing those things with the water jets in the pool. So that's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just sad that you had the worst outcome possible. At least you can still have kids, bro. And as for your girlfriend, of course you're gonna have to tell her eventually. Hopefully she takes it well, and both of you guys can go through this and live happily ever after. And the next time you guys ever want to do the dirty, just take her to Six Flags. The King the Cot is more exciting than anything that can happen in the bedroom. I wish the best for you and your relationship, bro. I love you. And I hope you got those Pokemon cards. Next one is titled, My Mother is a Karen. When I was a child, I found out that my mother was a Karen. One time while we were at a fast food chain, she pushed down a glass vase because her food took too long. Once we left, she said, "It should take them at least the entire night to clean that up." There was another time when she ordered a hamburger with no pickles for my younger sibling. However, the workers accidentally added pickles. This caused my mother to fly into a rage and start yelling at the worker throughout the drive-thru while my father tried to convince her to stop. It got so bad that the manager had to threaten to call the police on her. Luckily, that didn't happen. I feel bad for...
But I feel like, yeah, everybody has had like a similar experience. Even if your like mom isn't exactly a Karen per se. Yeah, like, you know, you're in public with your mom or something, and she's starting to get angry at someone over something that you feel like is stupid and starting to make a scene. I mean, I don't remember a specific example just like that, but I know it happened. And it's always like you're trying to tell her, like, please stop, let's leave, and you feel embarrassed. You almost want to like just go somewhere else to like be like, I'm not with her. Yeah. I don't remember a specific moment, but it probably happened, yeah. Thankfully, my mom isn't really a Karen, so it was probably like one or two instances or something. She's more like a Karen behind her per se, you know, like, yeah, like saying Karen stuff, but behind doors, I guess. Not to people, really.
Or the children of Karens, bro. Moment of silence for them. Because every time they go out with them, they have the risk of encountering the scariest thing imaginable. A minor inconvenience. And now they're screaming at the cashiers for doing their job, but not in the way that she wanted.
Of course.
I feel bad for you, my friend. I hope your mom realizes one day and thinks to herself, wait, am I a bitch? I hope the best for you.
They don't
Stay
realize.
strong. You can get through this. All right,
The
this
kind of
next
people
one is
was
titled,
right.
I ruined my friend's chance of getting a girlfriend on accident. I was talking to a girl my friend likes, and the girl hated anime. I did not notice, but my buddy loved it. So I tried to help my friend by talking about good stuff he does. I don't know why I mentioned that he loved anime, but I did. And the girl said, he likes anime? Ew! And at that moment, I realized I screwed up. There was no going back. She avoided him for the rest of the year, and I never told him.
I mean, if you were just trying to get laid, yeah, better lie. But otherwise, if you wanted a real relationship, yeah, it's better to be into the same thing. Like, if she's totally not into something he's into, it's not gonna work. Might as well cut it cut the loss before it
Honestly,
happens.
you made your friend dodge a bullet right there.
Right.
That girl is no good for him. Who gets so turned off by a person like an anime that they never interact with them for the rest of the year? Unless your friend is one of those weird ones, which I doubt. I trust your friend. Then that girl's just being over the top. They would have never worked out in the end. You did a good thing for your friend, bro.
Agreed.
You are the hero of this story.
Agreed.
Next. My confession is I beat my dick with mustard. Okay. Next one can't be as
With
bad.
mustard.
One time me and my brother pissed in a bottle and we started taking turns pouring
Reminds
it.
me of Chaika from Nisanji, like his story of using an like air dryer and glue, I think, and getting his dick glued. I remember that. Look it up. It's a clip from Chaika from Nisanji.
On each other.
Duncan to Matsuri.
Sounds very smelly. All right, next one can't be as bad. I found my sister and my mom's OnlyFans and I subbed to both of them. I guess you got to keep money in the family
Reporting the
somehow.
family.
You trying to create that
Reporting the family
generational
business.
money. At least I
Reminds
hope.
me, there was a story recently of like some OnlyFans mom who had her son, like her 13 years old son or something, basically be the one running the OnlyFans. So he would basically like, take the pictures and stuff like that. It was very weird.
Okay, next one can't be as bad. It can't be as bad. I fucked my stepsister in Mexico. Not even kidding, bro.
Uh-huh.
You know that I can see your names, right? I might be censoring your names in the video, but doesn't mean I can't see them when I'm reading the email. I can say your names right now and end y'all career. All of y'all. Say I won't. I'm talking to you, Billy, Theodore. I'm talking to you two. It
It's
can't
step,
possibly,
so it's fine.
possibly get
It's
any
fine.
worse than that, bro. It can't. It just can't. Next one. Confession. I'm not subscribed to Degenerocity. Oh my God! The horror! You're blocked! You're blocked! Get out! I don't need heathens like you in my emails. I hope I don't read another one like
All the
that again. Next
People
one.
reacting to the
My
cross.
confessions. I pick my nose and ass, and I eat both the things that come out of those actions. Second confession. There are better YouTubers than you. Okay, you see, all that nose and ass picking you be doing, that made your brain all foggy. That's why you think the second one is true. You're disgusting, bro. Why don't you eat some actual brain food, like lead? I eat it, and I'm the smartest person in a 1 foot radius. But I hope you get out of your picking hobby.
Yeah.
You know? All right, next one.
I don't believe
walked
it.
in on
Almost.
my dad sleeping with my uncle. No, that's a title. Okay, I know the title sounds really bad, so let me explain the situation.
just
When I
sleeping,
was like
literally.
11, I walked in on my dad drunk and flirting with his brother-in-law, mom's brother, and I saw the whole thing unfold. Okay, that sounds better. I thought it was his brother, you know? That would have made things weird. I mean, this is still weird, but this is slightly less weird. When he got sober again, he promised he would give me anything I wanted if I never told
Sounds
my
like a
mom.
good deal.
I'm now 16 and they got a divorce few years back. Dad then went to brother-in-law and married him. Yeah,
But did you
I've been
get what you
keeping it
wanted?
hidden for the past like 5 years because I don't want to end up on the street. Love your vids, bro. This is something, bro. I honestly don't know how I'd feel if I was in your situation, man.
Sounds kinda
I don't
real.
even know how to comment on this, other than this reminds me of the plot of the movie The Whale, but instead of teacher and student, it's brother and brother
Okay.
in law. But I hope the best for you, and I
Bruh.
hope the best for your mom. I know that whole family situation is probably really weird
Yeah.
for her. I hope the best for you and your family, especially you and your mom. Next, I blackmailed EDPs on Snap and I ruined someone's life. I had a decoy account on Snap where I would message EDPs and find their location. After that, I would threaten to call the police if they didn't send me money, or I would just take their credit card. Once I did this, I decided to post it on TikTok. I took a screenshot of the notification where it said their name and how much money they gave me. I posted his phone name on my TikTok by accident and
I believe
someone
this
found
one.
out where he lived and messaged his family. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty good side hustle you got there, bro. You seeking vigilante justice against—
I mean, obviously, yeah, like, is it that bad? Sure, Like, the problem with people like this is that they might do it to actually innocent people. But at the same time, if it was an actual, like, EDP type, then who cares, right? You scammed the EDP out of money, and he got exposed, which might lead to the justice getting involved. So, yeah, but the problem, again, with encouraging stuff like this is then, like, it's gonna happen to a lot of innocent people, right? That's the problem. Because, like, if every random in the internet start doing baiting, they might even start making shit up at some point to blackmail people. That's the problem.
these weirdos, and you also making a bag out of it. Congratulations to you. He also sent me 2 screenshots of evidence, one showing a conversation they had between each other.
You don't look 14, okay, but you look cute. Thanks, babe. You have big boobs. Why did you have a baby sing in your mouth? Don't know how to write that word.
You don't look 14 though.
To catch a predator.
But you look cute.
Thanks. And the second screenshot that shows the dude's full name and face and the payment amount that he got blackmailed out of. I'm not gonna show that, but the dude looks as he texts. But good for you, dude. Keep doing your side hustle. I hope you become a millionaire. Next one is titled Fish Party. There was one time I was watching The Little Mermaid with my two friends. So half an hour into the movie, one of my friends just leaves without telling us anything. Us, the remaining two, figured he just went to the bathroom or something. But in 10 minutes or so, he got back with what appeared to be a living trout in newspaper in his left hand. We asked him what did he need the fish for. So he, without saying a single word, pulled out his tiny willy. Believe me, that it was not a grower. And started doing things to the poor fish's mouth. Again, the fish was still pretty much alive, and it was just helplessly waving its tail and fins while our friend was, oh my God. Sooner or later, when he was done with the fish, he was doing it for about 20 seconds. He asked us with a dead straight face,
"Did you like my April Fool's joke?"
It was not April. It wasn't even the first day of the month. In reply to this, we just stared him dead in his eyes, waiting for him to realize what he had done. I kid you not, it took him about 3 minutes or even more to finally realize what disgrace and unholy doing he just committed before he just left my friend's house without saying a single word. Should I say less, we never hung out with him ever again. Like ever. That's not the type of fish party I came
like to report him like this guy does more than that, I'm sure.
That's disgusting. I'm so... I don't even want to talk about this no more. Moving on. R.I.P. Bozo. I've been telling my older sister for 6 years that I killed her bunny in an accident. She was away at a swim meet and trusted me to take care of her rabbit. I was so little, so I thought the rabbit wouldn't die when I chucked it across the room at light speed because I thought I was Luffy. I literally am him. Turns out, I imploded its brains. I was so terrified and remorseful, I started begging to the heavens, then came up with the ultimate cover-up. I told my sister I walked in the room and opened the door a little too quickly, and the stupid rabbit was in his way, so I bonked it on his nose lightly. She took it to the hospital, and it had a seizure and killed itself. She forgave me later because she thought I did it by accident, but to this day, I haven't told her that I did that. Big fan, by the way. I don't even think that because you're a little...
I mean, yeah, little or not, this is fucking like, you know, this is the early sign of like psychopath behavior and ends up being a piece of shit later, right? Classic. Classic.
Oh, excuse is good enough, bro. When I was little and I was told to take care of something, I would just ignore it. Because ignoring it would be the 100% guaranteed that I will still look and be the same when they come back to get it. Unless they're gone for like 3 weeks or something. But no, she was just at a swim meet and your first thought was to chuck it across the room as hard as you can. You are evil, not Luffy.
Okay, like the real way you can kill rabbit accidentally is because like they get so stressed over nothing. Most of the rabbits I had, you know, like you could feel their hearts like beat so fast for like the smallest thing. So like if you would take them out of their cage and try to cuddle with them, yeah, like their heart would be going so fast. You really had to be super like gentle or like big noise and stuff like that. Like rabbits really die very easily from just being scared or surprised, I guess. So, you know, that's why like the primary way people kill their rabbits just by accident, just by them being scared and having another attack. It's really something.
And you made it kill itself, bro. What's
wrong with
you? Tell your sister the truth, bro. Tell her that you're the Antichrist, bitch. But you love my video, so I love you too. Alright, next one. I once played hide and seek in the dark naked with my cousin. Okay, bro. Next one titled, "Hello, mate. I pooped on my brother's spaghetti and he thought it was a meatball and ate it. It was so funny. If you were my brother, I'd legit commit war crimes on you, eat like one bite, that's an unforgivable act, not gonna hold you." Next one is titled, "My School." Not really to do with me directly, but I digress. Like 4 years ago in a math lesson, there was a question about slavery. It had like different kinds of slaves, what they can do and how much they cost and things like that. Then my teachers took it a step further by making us act it out as some people are visual learners and understand it better if they are shown. So they had the black student...
What? I understand the idea of like visual learner, but I don't think you need to do that for slavery. I think everybody understands what fucking slavery is without acting it out.
Be slaves and turn my math class into an auction house for slaves. This was in England in an all-girls school, by the way. What? Why would the teachers make a mock slave auction in math class? This is math class. Who was your teacher? Miss Morello from Everybody Hates Chris? And your teachers wanted to say, this is for the visual learners. Bullshit. They just wanted to see what they could get away with. The person also sent a picture of the slave questions that were on the math test. Lot 1, 2 Philip slaves, 1 man, 1 woman, aged 18 and 23, respectively. The woman is pregnant. Lot 2, like, why?
Yeah, this is gonna misguide it.
Report that school. You need to report those teachers, because I'd be damned to have Miss Morello as my teacher. Martin Luther King is screaming in his grave hearing this. All right, this next one is short and sweet. It's titled Homo Sh. Me and my friend accidentally kissed, walking towards each other, looking at each other straight in the eye. We both real men. We don't talk about that. I ain't gay. I recommend you and your friend to explore each other's bodies. Next one is titled Goofy Eye Confession. Once me and my few friends bullied this girl to the point she had to get a therapist and try to blank herself. And I felt bad and told my parents about it and found out she was my cousin. And her side of her family tried to jump me and my friends and put one of my friends in the hospital, and my friend's family sued them, so like 2 of them in prison. Send help, bro. Sounds like you experiencing the consequences of your actions, bro. Sucks to be you. Next, how I got back on my ex. So basically, less than a month ago, I got dumped while getting a haircut. So I thought of ways to get back at her. It was either jumping her freaking mom and her aunt, or switching her aunt's newborn with a random black baby. So I made a plan to see when her aunt is in the hospital. I'd switch the babies around while no one was looking. As I entered the hospital, I asked where her aunt was, and they said down the hall into the C-section area. I went there, and that's where the kids was being held, and I went in there and switched the babies and made a dash out of there. I think I'm going to jail. Also, fuck you and your raggedy ass auntie. Sincerely, the nigga who did that. Honestly, I don't even know if I believe this story or not. They just let you in the baby section, a random grown man, and then you switch the babies out. Ain't no way, bro. But this was still funny, and you did a very petty thing if this is real. And I'm rooting for you, brother, to go to jail. Next one. My confession. I hate one of my friends. This bitch is so horrendous, I wish she would get the fuck out of my life. Whenever I see her, I wish I could shove her into a box and ship her to Switzerland. I swear I have a reason to hate her. She hurts me and other people really badly, and I want her to leave my friend group so bad, but she's literally my best friend's other best friend. So if I try to get rid of one of them, I'd risk getting rid of both of them. Don't know what to do, to be honest. Honestly, your first idea of shoving her into a box and shipping her to Switzerland ain't that bad. But I got a better idea. Give her a gift, an all-expense paid ticket to the Titanic. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Who gonna pass up on that? And then after that, you and your best friend will be the only best friends. You're welcome. Confessions from South Africa. So this is what's happening. I've been dating the same girl for the last 4 years. Everything is nice. There's been a few bumps here and there. Now I'm expecting a baby with a sneaky link I met 3 months ago. Where to from here? You said South Africa, right? I recommend going to North Africa and, you know, just staying there. Never come back. That's my where to from here. All right, 2 more. Titled Confession. I'm 19 and have been with my boyfriend for 3 years. Yesterday, I found out I was pregnant. The problem is, I don't think it's his, because I've been fucking his dad for the past year.
One of those.
And before you judge, if you saw his dad, you would understand. I know this is a confession, but do you have any advice? Now, I've never gotten pregnant by my boyfriend's dad, so I don't think I'm the best person to ask for advice for this. But in my opinion, I think you should be honest with your boyfriend and hope to God that that baby isn't his dad's. You might be ruining all of you guys' relationships, his relationship with his father, his relationship with you, but
fucking hell, man. I'm finished.
Next one and last one. My uncle almost sent a hitman to my grandma. Throughout my mom's childhood, she has been thinking her parents were chill, but nah. I'ma skip a lot of it, but basically they were cheating on each other for like years and years, and it came out like 10 years ago. Once it all came out, they got a divorce and eventually found other people to marry. My granddad ended up marrying someone who was almost 20 years younger than my mom. They did end up having a kid literally 3 years after I was born, but literal hell got loose and the big bad stuff happened right after my great-grandma passed. My crazy-ass step-grandma divorced my granddad and they signed a prenup. And all of the inheritance money my own mother was owed got given to her, and she is still getting tons of money by my family.
That's fucked
We
up,
have
huh?
gone to court because of this bitch, and her psycho ass ended up ruining my grandfather even more. I could go on about this story, but my uncle ended up searching for and found a hitman. Literally was about to transfer the cash, but my mom with her goody two-shoes ass decided it was
Not morally
That's
right.
one another
anyways,
thing.
this bitch has ruined my family. I would be rich if it wasn't for her, and also if it wasn't for my great-grandfather. We had
Oops.
millions in our family, but not one of us has seen a cent of it because he had a gambling issue. And to this day, we are all broken sacks of crap, and she lives
I mean,
in
technically, it was his money, right? Like, you know, I know, like, everybody kind of expect, you know, like, your family, your parents or grandparents, you know, you will get that money, but technically, it's their money, in a sense. So, if he wanted to be a gambling addict, he was a gambling addict. As long as the debt don't pass on to you, you know, it was his money to spend, right?
a goddamn mansion with her son or my uncle, who I am 3 years older than. Wow. I feel like you're the only person on earth that can say your life is actually a movie. I feel bad for your family. I really do. And for legal reasons, I have to say I'm joking. But I can understand why your uncle would try to do something like that. And I hope you guys get all of your money back one way or another.
I mean, similar situation right now, like, not for me per se, but like, so, my grandparents had like the situation with like some of well, my grandpa's sibling, I guess, where like there was an house that used to be to their parents, and yeah, for like literally like 10 years, 15 years, there's been like some legal fights and battles over it, who's gonna get it, right? Like basically four of them decided that they wanted to just sell it and share the money, but one guy basically sneakily moved in and started running a farm there, basically. And you know, he wanted to be his, and so there's basically been like a legal battle for like a decade or something about it, that has not been resolved. And at this point, after all this time, all the one involved, you know, have probably like spent more money on like lawyers and making the case happen than, you know, it will be worse if they actually get the house and split the money. Yeah, that kind of mess happen all the time, right? I mean, inheritance is one other thing. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, I wish my family was rich so I could look forward to inheriting stuff, but at the same time, I'm glad that I can look forward to inheriting nothing, in a sense, so there won't be any fight between me and my brother, and like nothing to be like, you know, split us, because, you know, money really like make you change and split you, right? It's one of those things.
And that's all I'm gonna read. I know I haven't read thousands of more, but this video is already mad long. You guys get the gist. A lot of y'all have problems or have friends that have problems. Thank you to anybody and everybody that has sent a confession. I'm genuinely thankful. Don't send any more though. I'm probably never gonna use this email again. But before
Fair enough. I'll leave it at that. Okay, well, that's pretty funny. I'd say some of them are very made up for sure. Some of them seems like, I don't know, like in the details, they seem more believable. For sure. But yeah, pretty funny. Okay, good video. I really like the editing with like all the random clips and all that, right? That's pretty awesome. Good editing. I have no idea how it got age restricted. I mean, you might say like the subject matter, but I don't know. I often see videos with, you know, visuals or like subject matter even worse than this, and yet it never actually seemed to get demonetized. Like, it's so rare to actually see like an age restricted video. I don't know.